Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today we're doing a plan with me for the week of February 7th through the 13th, 2022 in my classic HP size planner. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. For this week's spread, we will be sticking with the horizontal layout from Cloth and Paper. I'll be pairing it with these Day 10 Advent stickers and these watercolor roses from Create with Mandy, along with these roses from According to Ali and this RBG quote sheet from AliciaMichelleXO. Here are the 4 washi tapes that I will be incorporating this week and some box stickers that I will be using. So I'm going to be starting out in the lower left-hand corner of the right page of the spread as usual. I kind of went or had in mind almost like a Galentine's Day type of vibe for this week's spread. This week ends on the 13th, which is Galentine's Day. So I thought it would be nice to use some florals and some pink tones for a Valentine's Day feel, but incorporate quotes that are more so geared towards women's empowerment and girl power, which is why I chose that RBG quote sheet from AliciaMichelleXO. I am starting out with layering a couple of different washi tapes in the next week box. I'm using this black and white messy grid washi and then this spotted washi. I am putting down a really large floral in this area since it can handle a larger floral size, and I'm just trying to figure out exactly how to lay it down. I do want it to overlap on top of those washi tapes a bit, and I do like the way I ended up putting it. My idea for the florals was to layer these watercolor roses from Create with Mandy, which I think are absolutely stunning, and then to do a little bit of layering by putting the line art roses from According to Ali on top. I know that I've used Ali's line art florals on top of other stickers before, but I'm not sure that I've layered like floral on top of floral, and it just seemed like a really fun idea to me. I am pulling up the quote that says "Girls Run the World," which is the one I'm going to be putting down in this cluster, and here I am figuring out exactly how I want to layer this rose from According to Ali on top of the floral from Create with Mandy. I definitely wanted it to be, the florals to be like a little off from each other, and I think that kind of came across with how I laid them down. Next, I am going to stick that that quote sticker in, but not before I pair a little bit more washi into the spread. I like the idea of using multiple washi tapes and having some of them below the florals and then others on top of the florals, especially when those florals are on a translucent paper, or I should say like on a see-through background. So I layered all that down, put down the quote sticker to overlap it a little bit. I do think you could still see the quote pretty well, even though there's a lot going on there. And I like the way that spread came out. Next, I am going to be putting down a floral on Monday to indicate a conference that I have for work. I do want to layer some washi tapes as well to go along with the floral and one of those gold colorful boxes. So I am going to start out with putting the floral down, and then once I figure out where I'm going to stick that box sticker, it kind of helped to inform the washi tape situation. I am, of course, going to layer one of these line art floral roses from According to Ali. Was having a little bit of a hard time figuring out exactly how to layer it on top, but what I ended up doing is layering it in this direction and then cutting off the excess because I didn't want the line art floral to go into Tuesday. So here I am putting it down, and then I do use a ruler and my slice brand X-Acto knife to trim off the excess of that line art floral. And now with those two things down, I'm able to start kind of experimenting with where I want to put the box sticker and what washi I want to use. So I pulled off a little piece of this black and white messy grid washi, and I'm just going to lay that down kind of in the middle, just in the middle. I'm liking the idea of having some washi on top of the florals and at other times washi below them. And I knew I was going to put the colorful box on top as well, so I don't think it's too much black, which is good. I did go over a little bit with that whiteout, so I'm using my slice brand X-Acto knife to get the excess up. And with that there, I think that floral is pretty much complete. I do really like the way that it looks. And so I am going to move on to a cluster on Friday to indicate another meeting that I have for work. So first I'm going to put down a longer piece of this spotted washi tape, and I'm going to pull up this floral here. I do want the floral to be more so on the right of where the colorful box is going to go, and actually I need to layer two colorful boxes in this area, one for a kind of more of a conference for work and the other for a meeting. So I'm putting down that floral more so towards the right, again layering it on top of that spotted washi tape, and then I'm going to pull up this rose sticker and layer that on top, just trying to figure out how to lay it down. It's funny because somehow like the outlines of these two stickers were pretty similar and I didn't want it to be perfect, so I was kind of trying to figure out a way that they wouldn't line up too nicely, which is really funny. But once I have that rose outline down, I am going to start with trying to figure out how to layer these box stickers. I know I want to bring in some more washi, so I have this kind of like messy line washi. I don't really know what else you would call it. And I'm going to put a piece of that down, and my thought process was to have the colorful box kind of like above that and below that. But I was having a little bit of a hard time. I don't know. For some reason, I was trying to layer the top box first, and that was not the best way to go about it. I eventually realized that I just need to put the bottom box down where I want it, and then that will inform where the box on top goes. So here I am layering down that box that's going to be towards the bottom, and then I'll put the other one right over it, just a little bit of space between them so that you can see the washi tape through. I was having a little bit of a hard time feeling like these were straight, but I think it ended up working out eventually. This is about the time that I realized that I wanted to incorporate this really thin washi. It's got a fun like little circle pattern on it, and I barely ever use it, and I really like it. I really liked using a very narrow washi in last week's spread, so I decided to pull it in, and I'm just adding little pieces of it to the clusters on Monday and Friday, and I really like the way that's coming out. I do want to incorporate that thin washi into this bigger cluster. It is a little bit busy down here, but I think it's kind of okay. So I put it just below the quote sticker and tore up either end so that the piece wasn't too long, and I do like the way that that looks. Next, I'm going to be doing a cluster on Saturday, and I kind of came up with an interesting idea. When I was pulling stickers for this spread, I spotted this to-do list sticker, and I thought that it would be really interesting to have it laying on its side on the Saturday box and to use that as a bit of like a focal point for making a cluster, because I do usually like to put some kind of cluster on Saturdays in order to balance out my spreads. So I'm using that messy line washi tape again. I'm putting down this floral sticker on top, and then once I cut off the excess, I am going to lay down the box sticker. And it basically, I'm like kind of laying the box sticker almost a little bit on top of the cluster I'm creating so that it's like one big cohesive piece. I did have to pull in a new sheet of these line art roses from According to Allie, and I'm just figuring out which rose sticker I want to use. Now that I know exactly where that box sticker is going to go, I'm just going to pull up the end. That way I can lay down this floral, and I will use my ruler to make sure that that is stuck down really well. And then I do put this this box sticker down completely. I use my whiteout to make sure you can't see anything through it. I did unfortunately go a little bit beyond with the whiteout once again, so I'm using my slice brain X-Acto knife to get up the excess. I have been doing that a lot the last couple of weeks. I need to be more careful. Fortunately, the whiteout isn't horrible to get up. This is about when I realized that I did want to incorporate these two other stickers, quote stickers that I had, which say Proud Feminist and Self-Love Club. I'm just trying to figure out which quote I want to put where, and I decided that this Proud Feminist sticker looked really good with the cluster on Friday, so I am layering that down, and then I am going to put the Self-Love Club sticker on Saturday, but I did want to incorporate this really thin washi tape again because I had it in every other cluster. So I put it down, and then when I layered this sticker, I realized that it was going to be a little bit too hectic and it was going to be a little difficult to read club. So I kind of pulled the end of it up and trimmed it a little bit shorter. That way that washi tape and the quote sticker don't overlap. So once I did that, found the right spot for that Self-Love Club sticker, I patted that down, and I did pull out these headers, but realized that they just didn't work for this spread, so I didn't actually end up using them. Next, I am just going through my little sticker book where I have all of my cloth and paper stickers, and I thought about using these mink dot stickers, but the pinks just really didn't match. So for my work schedule, I decided to just go with the avant-garde dots, and I'm going to pair them with this spotted washi. I didn't go with different washi tapes or different colored dot stickers for this spread. I figured there was enough color on the page already, and I kind of liked that the only color was the florals, so I went with very neutral washi, very neutral dot stickers, which in the end I think was the right decision. So I am going to put those down on Monday through Friday, and then we will be all done with this week's spread. This was definitely a fun spread for me, a little bit different than what I'm used to with regards to the way I layered those florals. It also only has like 4 clusters. I usually do some type of quote cluster at around Wednesday, and I didn't do that for this spread, but I still like the way it turned out. I think it turned out really good. And I'm glad that I went with a bit of a Galentine's Day theme. I thought that that was really fun. So I'm just clearing everything off of my desk, and I am going to put these sheets back into my spread. I hope you all enjoyed this plan with me, and if you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to put them down below. As always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.